consulting right away. So I was very lucky to have the opportunity to go and have lunch with Whitey Driesenack. I think he was a major when I first met him, over at Air Force Systems Command. So I take the bus from the Avis parking lot at National Airport over the Pentagon, then out to AFSC. It basically became an all-day deal because you'd have to leave by 9:30 to get there in time for lunch. We'd have a 2-hour lunch just to throw out a time frame there in the cafeteria, and I just got to pick his brain the whole time, and he wanted me to learn, and he wanted to share the wisdom. He just the perfect kind of person to share thoughts. I couldn't have been any luckier. So that's why I say, if anybody asks me, maybe I'm one of the older guys in the game now, but I'm really truly in the second wave. And that gave me the opportunity to learn the application of the theories coming out from Whitey, Driesenack, and a couple others in real projects. The next person was, of course, my immediate boss, Larry Stone. He wanted people to learn so badly that he would make sure that we 4 lieutenants that got selected got to go out on reviews. And he made up these little white pocket guides that had all the lingo, abbreviations, and acronyms, quick definitions of what a work breakdown structure is and what it isn't, and variance analysis report, what it should and should not contain. So it was the perfect environment for somebody to learn. My roommate and others decided that they didn't enjoy it so much, so they went off into another career, or 2 or 3. I think I was the only one that remained. Right at the end of our career in the military, we were asked to go visit the Acquisition Secretary of the Army, J. Ronald Fox, a PhD from Harvard. I think he taught in the business school there, but it might have been the engineering school. And he asked us for a debrief, and what's ironic is the same kind of things we talk about today in terms of issues, we talked about at that point in time. So we shared with him what we learned, and I understand that he took that on to the next wave of people after us. But we were all forced out because they were cutting back budgets at the time. They didn't need us, so all 4 lieutenants were pushed out of the service. Then it went down to the next level of command, so it tended to be dominated by civil servants at the Aviation Systems Command in St. Louis at the time. Up in New Jersey, the Electronics Command, Missile Command in Huntsville. I'm not going to go through the whole list. But the point is, those people then, it kind of went decentralized. And then Larry Stone came in there, and he would still oversee. He pulled in a couple people after us, like Wayne Abba and Steve Bauer, a couple of others that are still around. Wayne, of course, is still in the game. Steve Bauer does other things, but that was kind of the way things evolved on the military side of it. On the other side, starting consulting, we went out to companies. It was a wonderful shopping list coming out of the Army, Navy, Air Force. They had a schedule of reviews, which was under freedom of information, accessible to anybody and everybody. So it was kind of a shopping list. These people just won these contracts. Here's how big they are. Their cost plus incentive fee, award fee, whatever. Here's where they're located. So we then targeted those people as people we could help by training, and then help them with their definition of the work, with the work breakdown structure and dictionary, the scheduling of that work, the integration of the costs with the schedules, and then doing mock reviews to make sure they were ready for the real review. So that kind of launched us. There were close to 100 certifications or validations in each decade, 70s, 80s, 90s. Some people started to lose their validations soon thereafter. We could talk about that forever. But it was a wonderful career to get started in, and that's how it got started.